All right, we got back today, a little bit of biceps. Yesterday's car talk going to the gym, I spent it talking about peptides, mainly retatrutide. I think I'm gonna make this car talk the same thing, just because I feel like there's still more to talk about, and also I feel like you'd get more out of it. Just because I've gone over, if you want to see more about like my back day I'm hitting today, at least like for a car talk wise, I know probably most of my previous back day vlogs had me talking about it, so thought I'd switch up a little bit. Yeah, I guess we'll just talk about retatrutide mainly because, I mean, the other peptides, I guess, are less discussed. This is like the main one people talk about, just because it's kind of a like a GLP-1, very similar to Ozempic, how it can help you lose weight, right? And I think most guys will use it in the sense of thinking it's going to make them either shredded or like super lean or like look crazy. But I think what most people don't realize is that it can help, but it's not like a magic pill. Sorry, I want to make sure I don't crash trying to turn off through it right now. But I'll talk about it a little more. It'll help you if your diet is aligned and your training is aligned, right? I think people forget that part a lot. Or at least usually take peptides or take something like similar to that, just as like a easy cop out to the actual work you need to put in, regardless of what your goal may be. Because there's to give a broader context in everything. If there's a gimme, there's usually a gotcha, which means if there's usually something you're getting that's a pretty good benefit to yourself, there's usually a drawback as well. Kind of like the same as like the yin and yang. Same goes for almost everything in life. Getting a good physique, drawback is it takes a lot of work, right? Some things of like, if you want to take like PEDs or something, you get a good physique. The drawback is there's a lot of fucking downsides, and a lot of them you don't know about. Not saying that retatrutide is a PED, but I will say that most cases that if guys are just taking it to try to get lean and have no idea about their diet, they're gonna go from maybe a little overweight to just like skinny fat, right? If your diet is like moderate protein, a little bit there, pretty high fat, lower carb, you're still not giving your body like the tools it needs to, or at least the materials it needs to, a lack of a better word, materials, to build itself up into like the actual physique you want. Because sure, it may help you lose fat, but it can also help to lose muscle and make your training crap. There's a few other things. I'm trying to say it without getting into the damn biochemistry of it, because then it's, without drawing something up like that, it's pretty tough. So yeah, how do I want to describe it? The way I would describe it is it's like a tool you could use for mainly hunger related issues during losing weight. Well, one of the main ways is obviously if you're obese, to help to lose weight, because your main goal is to lose weight regardless of becoming skinny fat or whatever. But another case scenario would be if you're competing for a show and your diet's already dialed in, your training's already dialed in. It's like your last 4 to 6 weeks of a show and you're super hungry, which is understandable because you're putting your body in a starvation mode. But even then, there's still downsides. Like your training is going to turn to crap, usually, because the way it makes your body utilize the carbs, may feel super flat in the gym. You're not going to get as much of a pump. May feel like lethargic. And then if you can't like mentally push through that, your training is going to turn to shit. And then if your training turns to shit, you're not actually just hitting your muscles, like stimulating them. Then you're not going to keep up on that. And then sure, you're going to be losing the weight, but you're just going to lose like everything. And then on top of that, if you're not giving your body like the adequate amount of protein to help hold on to muscle and a nice fat to carb ratio, same context, right? So even with like this goes even beyond like peptides. It goes on any like drug that you may or people use, either it's PEDs, steroids, whatever. There is no just magic way around it. And I do think people often see peptides as a way of like beating the system, like a way that they can get the physique they want without the work they have to put in. And goes for anything in life, man. If you try that, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. I think the only nicer side is that it may be less of a bite in the ass because retatrutide isn't that crazy of a physiology altering drug. I mean, there's still downsides to it, right? So there's a time and a place. Same goes for like almost any drug we talk about. There's a time and a place. So yeah, I guess if you were considering it, thinking about it, understanding more of how it works, and that it's not some magic peptide you injected into yourself, maybe you'd reconsider. You can do whatever the hell you want. It's not my problem. Thought I'd help you if you want to know what to expect from it. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to talk about related to that. I guess that's really it. Yeah, honestly. So we got back 4 back exercises, 2 horizontal, 2 vertical, a couple of bicep movements at the end of it. Just throw it in there, get a pump in biceps. A T-bar row, some type of lat pull down, mid row, lat pullovers, and 2 different types of bicep exercises. Probably a preacher curl and a like a hammer curl, something like that. Something to get a different angle of my elbow, and then a different wrist angle. And that's a pretty easy way to simplify the workout. So yeah, I guess a question you could have is like, well, how come these guys, like other influencers, may say like, oh, retatrutide's great, or why do they look great using retatrutide? Like, I feel like I would look like that. There's usually some underlying reasons behind all of it. One of it may be that they want to, they'd recommend retatrutide because it's related to a product they're selling, which is fine. That's just how business works. Another one may be that the reason they look so great on retatrutide is not because it's the only thing they're taking, right? They might be taking fucking testosterone and a bunch of other drugs that you have no idea, but you may think like, oh, they look great because they're taking retatrutide, but you're missing the other laundry list of things that they may be taking. And some of them that you may not even realize affect how your physique looks. But yeah, I mean, I can't say that it's a wrong thing to like think about and consider, because I mean, I think it's a pretty normal thing for any guy that goes to the gym for at least a decent amount of time, is thinking about either PEDs or peptides or whatever. What did Derek say? I think like Derek more plays more dates. I don't know if you know him, but Something he mentioned that honestly resonated with me in relation to it is if you can have 2 years of a perfect diet and training of maxing out your physique, like he thinks that you can realistically max out your natty physique within 2 years of perfect diet and training and manipulating it. Then after that, if you want to decide to do something, then that would be the decision. But it just gives you that buffer of, one, actually thinking through it and seeing if it's worth it. 2, giving your body to actually reach a point where you can do it naturally before taking something else. And the reason behind that is, if you can do it naturally without taking anything, then once you take whatever drug you may be taking after going through it naturally, then you're going to look way better than if you just started taking the drug and then have only that look from taking the drug. Because then you're going to have to take even more and more to get the same result as the guy that was just doing it like perfectly naturally for 2 years and then taking a little bit. That's how you get like the most out of the least. But with all that being said, do your own due diligence. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but that's just my thought, my 2 cents. All right, it's Sunday, 3:30. Shouldn't be busy in there, so it's also a back day. Should go a little quicker. Yeah, we'll hit that. No abs today. Abs is every other day, not today. We'll pose, and we'll get out of there. Oh, also, I'm making a video that'll go over like diet training and cardio and how to be able to set up a lot of this stuff by yourself for free. I mean, it'll just be a YouTube video to help with that. But yeah, I'll make a more in-depth peptide video to make it more digestible rather than me just verbally saying it before I go in the gym. So, all right, I'll see you guys in there. All right, we'll start with a superset just because easy enough on this Sunday. The shit's open. I don't have to worry about taking up 2 machines. We'll do a lat pull down, superset, lat pull over. And that'll basically be it for like vertical movements the back day. Easy enough. And then we'll do mid row and then a T-bar row. Why do the supinated? Let me zoom this in real quick. A couple reasons. 1, it makes it more intense. 2, it really helps with getting like a much bigger pump in your lats, especially doing 2 separate movements. 3, it makes the workout quicker, because I'm doing, 6 movements today? Easy enough to throw a superset in there, so the workout stays under an hour and a half. It makes more sense to like my push days when I'm doing like chest, shoulder, and tris on the same day. Throwing supersets makes it not take like 2.5 to 3 hours just to get it to lifting. So, but in this sense, I'd say the main reasons are 1, it makes it intense, and 2, you really get a fucking pump in your lats. Like if you have a tough time hitting your lats, or at least feeling your lats get activated on like a back day, if you throw in a superset like this, you can guarantee you're gonna feel your lats. So, all right, let's crank it up. How you doing?
But at least doing more thyself, you know what I mean? That's a big difference. That's what's up, bro. I'm so fucking happy. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Like Friday night, I only used to inside. Well, I had a guy, a PR guy, and he was only had like 6 people coming into the yeah, but it was 5 everybody who looked at it, well, when you did this, you had a machine, put pressure on you, and then yes. And then you did it on just a lot. Kind of made a big difference in that. Yeah, once you practice. Yeah, for sure. Thank you, brother. Yeah, because that pressure is like 32.
I get like less than 8, then I'll drop the weight, but other than that, I kind of want to keep heavier weight in. If I make all these, or I get all these like 8 reps or so, then I'll just make the other horizontal movement like 10 to 15. Easy enough way to mix in both. Moving some fucking weight around and focus on more of getting a pump. But yeah, that's kind of how I organize the rep ranges. As long as you're gonna mix in a little lower rep, and by lower I mean like 6 to 10. Usually 8 to 10, and then a little higher rep like 10 to 15, closer to 15, but I'll consider that a good balance, I guess. I mean, you see every set I do is fucking straight to failure. I'm not worried about over-fatiguing myself, so it's part of being in here. Alright, I just needed to catch my breath. Oh hell. Yeah, definitely forced a few there. That's fine. For sure, I want to get minimum like 10 on the next thing I do. Like the next mid row. Preferably like 12 to 15 at that point. Just get a mix of the two. Normally I throw in something like unilateral, like single arm, just to help make sure I'm like evening shit out. But to be honest, I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. I'm just gonna do both at the same time. If that's what we're gonna be calling lazy, I think I'm all right. All right, let's go move on. All right, we'll finish this up. I'm trying to think if there's anything I talk about for this. I guess a couple of things is one, I put the stewards basically out, just so I can actually reach. If you have that problem, maybe not. don't know. I guess it's the only thing that I do that's, I guess, a variation on this thing is push this thing out as far as I can. Let's get a full stretch. All right, let's keep it going. Let's drop the weight. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna drop it 2 pins and then I'll just do like a tempo set. Make sure I get enough on it. That's wrong way.
Say 50-50.
Last one. Fucking hell. We'll see if I do a drop set. If I get a good, like, 12, I won't. If not, we'll do a drop set. Yeah, honestly, any preacher curl I'm fine with doing. Just to finish my biceps. As long as it's some different angle and different angle, both elbow angle for one of them and wrist angle for another one. I don't really have to worry too much about actually hitting forearms directly. One, because I really don't use wrist straps. Two, if you're doing a hammer curl, it hits this new part of your forearm. And then every time you do an actual bicep curl, like this forearm should be getting pumped a little bit. And I guess like reverse curls, I mean, there's really no fucking point of doing that. You can if you want, but I mean, just like, one, your forearm's gonna give out before your bicep. Two, you're trying to hit this super slim part of your forearm that's on the other side of your, the bone here, that is like, the majority of your forearm's actually on this side, so. Care too much about hitting it? Not really, you can, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Yeah, I'm fucking cooked. Alright, I'm posing to get out of here. Alright. Alright. Oh shit. I think I noticed, kind of overnight, I want to say I felt like a magic switch of finally feeling like I'm losing weight, but I want to say I got hungry, but like, I don't know, I felt like I had a little bit of ghrelin kick in. Ghrelin's the hormone that signals to your brain that tells you that you're hungry, at least a tiny bit amount overnight. Like, don't get me wrong, I still woke up being fucking full. I'm sleeping 4,600 calories on this mini cut, but what's it been? Almost 2 weeks of a mini cut. So that's usually about the time when your body finally adapts to start losing weight, or not start losing weight, but adapts to being like, just cutting mode, for lack of a better word. So, all right, we'll call it there and get in the car. All right. Whew, fucking hell. Fucking hell, go back this way. Yeah, good lift. I don't know, what do we want to touch on that? I guess the superset, maybe? I feel like people are scared of throwing a superset in the fucking workout. I don't know, maybe they feel like they're just gonna over fatigue themselves because they get enough mechanical tension from a regular set. They want to optimize their recovery. All right, well, if you want to tell Olympians that they're doing it wrong, go ahead and tell them. There's quite a few Olympians crank out supersets. Samson Dauda, Chris threw in a bunch. A lot of guys do. And it's a couple of reasons. One is to make the workout look quicker because they're doing even more volume than I do in a workout. And two, it's to make it more intense. You're in there to tear up the muscle. Well, not tear it up, but it's to stress the muscle. Part of that comes from the intensity of a superset. So, I mean, kind of the same way as like if you do a drop set or something, except it's just a different movement with the same muscle group. I guess that's a pretty big part of it. I mean, some people may throw in like a superset of like 2 different muscle groups, but I mean, it's not really that beneficial. Only some scenarios maybe are if you have like an arm day. I'm not a big arm day advocate, but I just don't like doing just an arm day. But if you want like superset biceps with triceps, because it doesn't take that much energy out of you to do a set of tricep pushdowns and bicep curls, I guess that's a scenario. Another one is I used to do it a little bit. Maybe you'll see me in the future throw them in as superset at the end of my leg day with calves and abs, which sure they're different muscles, so it's not the intensifier. What I'm trying to get out of it is just it makes the workout quicker because you can do a set of calves and you're gonna feel fine. I could go do a set of abs immediately after, right? But if I'm gonna do a set of barbell squats immediately after it, do a set of calf raises, I feel like that's kind of goofy because you're gonna be dying after. If you're doing a good set of barbell squats, you should be dying after it. I mean, we all know it takes you a solid 8 minutes to get ready to do your next set after barbell squats, if you're pushing yourself. So, yeah. What else we want to talk about? Solid lift nonetheless. Yeah, I guess timing of the superset, I'll throw in there in the beginning or the end usually. I think last back day I had it in the dead middle, which not the end of the world, just I didn't feel like waiting for some of the machines I wanted to use, so I decided to use what was open. Easy enough. Yeah, I guess they both work. Supersets in the beginning and in the end. I guess you could say at the end more, but not too much of a difference. Push days, I'll throw in a superset for shoulders usually. Triceps I usually won't, just because I don't really have like a singular tricep focused push day, so I won't throw in like a superset for triceps just to kind of get more out of set wise triceps on each day. But yeah, I guess what else would you want to know? I guess something else I could mention is like, you don't have to have the exact same machine you go into the gym every single time. Because I used to do this. If you like write down the exact machine and weight you had on it and reps per set, each set, and you want to go into the gym and make sure you get the same machine and you'll wait like 20 to 30 minutes just for that one machine, by no means do you have to do that to make sure you're progressing at all. You can find something very similar and do just fine. And just because you're not tracking that exact weight and rep you did with a different machine doesn't mean that you are unaware of, you don't know if you're progressing or not, right? That's all done in the kitchen and your diet and you're tracking your weight. That's the progression. If you're going to the gym, fucking training hard, at least controlling the weight a little bit, then you're good. So, damn. Sorry, I got distracted. There's a truck that the advertisement outside of it is that they carry luxury cars in there. So I was just wondering what was in there. That's all. Yeah, some examples is like that mid row I did. If it was taken, I could have just done like a seated cable row. If the lat pullover cable, the cable lat pullovers was taken, I could have just used the machine lat pullover. If that lat pull down was taken, I guess I could have done either pull-ups or like assisted pull-ups. A different pull-down machine, because most likely there's more than one lat pull-down machine at your gym. It's a different one. Why is this guy flashing me? So, what else? T-bar row. That if that's taken, you could do a T-bar row, but with dumbbells, and you just have an incline bench, and that's your pad to put your chest on, and you have 2 dumbbells, and you do the same thing. I do that quite a bit. Yeah, I guess that's the most, some of the ways that I switch up what I do is that. So I don't know, we can talk about at least one more thing before I fucking call it. Let me know. Fucking, I don't know. I'm running out of shit to say. I guess we'll call it there, because I can't think of jack shit to say right now. Tomorrow we got quads, then a rest day, then chest, then biceps, then hamstrings, then rest, then shoulders, then back, quad, rest. We're gonna hit day 100. I told myself going into this series, I was making sure I committed to it to 100 days. So, bare minimum. I know I'll keep filming after the 100, but that was a goal I set for myself. I've been a bit inconsistent with my content for the past few years. A couple months on, a couple months off. I told myself, 100 days, we're doing it. So, all right, appreciate y'all watching. See you guys tomorrow for quads. Peace.